In Wednesday's game, your comeback king Seattle Mariners struck again as Bryan faced off against Gunnar Hoglund, and everybody in the lineup that started got a hit. Welcome to the Dom Skiing Channel, your one-stop shop for the Mariners storylines on Seattle's minds. And the Mariners beat the A's 6-5 in this one, outdoing the A's 11-10 on hits and just 10 points in expected batting average, 267 to 257. A lot of small margins on expected batting average here in Oakland. Sorry, I keep saying Oakland, in Sacramento, in this new small ballpark, minor league park. Looking at kind of what happened in this one, you started out with Bryan who gave up 3 runs early in this one in that first inning. Was hit hard 8 times in this one. Several exit velocities for Bryan in those 100-mile-an-hour range. And with that average exit velocity for Bryan in this one up at 91.2, I'm not incredibly worried, except for that his four-seam is getting hit so hard. With an average exit velocity of 101.4, you just would rather see it on some of the breaking balls because you can switch those out, right? If the changeup isn't working, 95-mile-an-hour average exit velocity in this one, you can only throw it 9 times as he did in this one and still succeed. Overall, he threw 100 pitches, got 14 whiffs. Still a good swinging strike rate. Got to be pleased with it. And he kept us in the game just enough to win it. Going 6 innings, but giving up 5 earned runs on 8 hits. Only 1 walk to 6 strikeouts, though. Very competitive in at-bats. And then, the 8 hard hits. But that's really the A's strategy. They got tons of hard hits in every single one of these games, and they're going to tattoo that ball. They're going to try to put it all over the field in the minor league ballpark to try to win the game, which they did early, getting 5 runs in those first 4 innings off of before we rebounded, just to keep this game in check. It kept them at 5-0 at that point, and then came back and chipped away, getting 1 run in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, 2 in the 8th, and then that wins us the game. Just having good offensive performance all around in this one. JP 1 for 5, Jorge 1 for 5. When those guys only get 1 hit getting through the order 5 times in one of those long type of games, it's kind of a war of attrition. Not in the way that the dogfight was on Tuesday for the division lead, but more in the sense that you're down 5-0, you got 5 innings to play. How are you going to chip away and keep that belief going? You just have to play all your cards right to even have a chance in this one. And we did that. I really want to just call out Leody Taveras putting that. I didn't say Taveras. Can't even speak right now. But Leody Taveras. Taveras is a tough name for me. Wow. The way that I've kind of a Boston accent. I apologize for that. But Leody Taveras hits the ball the other way, opposite field, gets that single in the 8th inning. Absolutely clutch. And if he can be a force at the bottom of the order for us, hey, it's just coming right when we need it. So the Rangers, didn't see enough to keep him around, but we absolutely saw enough to pick him up. And it was also mentioned on pregame the other day that we looked into trading for him when the Rangers still had him this winter. So exciting to have him. Exciting to see what he can do from here. Even when he doesn't have his best stuff, going the 6 innings, 5 earned runs, and then somehow giving us a chance where we had no right to win this game, and then we come back and we do it. Reminds me just a little bit of that Houston Wednesday game where Randy hit the grand slam and stuff, where we won it by a similar score to this one. And in that one, we did all of our scoring in the 8th and 9th inning. But in this one, just got it done in the 5th, 6th, 8th, one. And that just proves, every run counts, every inning counts, every at-bat counts. That's why every game counts. With that being said, this one, we can kind of put it to bed and say, just absolute comeback kings, Seattle Mariners right here. Staying in this game. Dylan Moore absolutely clutch in this game with that double in the 8th inning. And then, again, Leody Taveras, a really welcome sign. And Rowdy Tellez 3 RBIs as well. Plus, nobody struck out more than 2 times in our lineup in this game. It's just worth saying that even when we do have a bad offensive, half game or game, you don't see quite as many strikeouts from the top half of the order. Julio, 2 for 5, didn't strike out in this game, so that's a great sign. Obviously, we had a game yesterday that didn't go quite as well. I'm going to recap that one right here before tonight's game. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I will see you guys next time. Go Ams.